What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Tuesday evening. Right now, we've got our 21-22 Panini Donruss Optic Basketball Tmall 12 box full case number 1 random team.
Hey, what's up, Aiden?
Gonna go ahead. What's up? I'm gonna get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and we will go ahead and get started.
What is up?
Love to see it.
I saw this.
Oh, you a little too giddy?
No, I didn't. It's on my full screen. Oh, hold on.
What?
Look at you. Look at this. It's on my full ass screen. Just...
Can you send me that?
I got you, dog.
Cameron hates them, so I love sending them to her every day. She thinks they're the devil spawn. Gonna catch a deep. Bro, I was watching the craziest show. It's called The Haunting. It's like the show from the 90s where they reenact supposed, like, people's haunted houses.
Yeah.
And this girl was struggling with depression, and they were like, it's because of the demons. And I was like, what? Like, they were interviewing the mom, and I was like, she was like, I thought she was just troubled. But then I realized it was because our house was haunted, and I was like, yeah, okay. Even if I did believe that, maybe you should. It just reminds me of the Michael Jordan. Stop that. Get help.
Yo, Aiden, without glasses, I think you look like Benson, dude.
But don't put that curse on me, Ricky Bobby. I want to look like Moonbeam ice cream. Moonbeam ice cream. That song sucks. All right, got those tags in there. It does. I mean, it's one of those songs that's catchy and not in a good way. I'm gonna crack open this case while we're waiting.
24-hour HOUR.
You should have put 24 Karat Magic as one of the songs.
Hey, I thought the show was up until Wednesday, so this is just gonna keep going. No, it's not. I want to go all the way until.
Surprise! We're on 48-hour stream starting right now. Oh, oh, these are big. I was expecting tiny little boxes.
I have ours still up.
It's like I hate it, but I'm saying it over and over again.
That's like, there's this song from the, you guys are gonna make fun of me for it. There's a song from the South from like the 1930s called Goober Peas. It might be even older. About Union soldiers eating peanuts on their time off. Empty box there, and it is like one of the catchiest.
Were they boiled peanuts?
Well, that was the thought, but it turns out they're just regular peanuts. All right, there we go. Got our 12 boxes there. Let me adjust this light, and then we will get our teams randomized.
Why does Aiden literally just look like he just like?
There we go. I keep forgetting the stream deck's broken. We got the names here first. Chris Anzo on top, Coda on the bottom. Gonna roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got an 8, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chris on top, Tim on the bottom. Could you grab me a 2 in? I just realized I didn't have one.
All right, needy.
There we go. Got that up there first.
3 breaks.
Got the teams here first. Atlanta Hawks on top. Washington Wizards on the bottom. Same 30 entries. Once again, going to roll the dice. Anything less than 4, we roll again. Got a 10, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Detroit Pistons on top. Denver Nuggets on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and get this reflected onto your screen. Get that trade timer started. It's because you get in a groove, and then you're like, oh, I forgot to get up and...
Yeah.
There we go.
No, I get you.
5 minutes on the clock starting now. Well, that trade timer's ticking. Thanks, Bessie. I will go ahead and get these verification codes copied and pasted into our chat.
Like cranberry juice, bro. What are you doing with that, bro? You know
drinking.
that cranberry juice was invented by a man named William Cranberry?
Word.
By the way, that's a lie.
Did you know French fries were actually invented by someone with the last name French?
Fry?
Yep.
Did you know juice was invented by Alan Juice?
Who?
Alan Juice.
Alan Juice.
Alan Juice. Juice king of the world. They made a fact.
Did you know Barnes & Noble was founded by two dudes named Dave Barnes and Buster Noble? They then went on to found an arcade chain named Dave & Buster's.
Really?
All right, those verification codes have been posted, which is about 4 minutes left on the trade timer. Plenty of time if anybody is interested in swapping teams.
Did you know swapping teams was invented by George Swappington?
George Swappington.
That's what we should. That's legitimately what we should have done. How many inaccurate facts?
How much misinformation can we spread?
I'm really good at it. I could gaslight you into believing something if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my political science degree.
Okay, word.
Okay.
You know, that kind of makes sense. That kind of clicks. It shouldn't. It's probably something you should say out loud. On stream. Oh, we're gonna say something out of pocket.
Excited to see this Tmall broke.
Tmall
Broken.
broke.
The table. Broken. Remember that was a trend?
That was a trend.
Wow.
All right, just about 2.5 minutes left on the trade timer. We're now at the halfway point. Still plenty of time, though, if you are interested in swapping teams.
If low-key the WWE didn't use that as a post in a tables, ladders, and chairs thing, they missed an opportunity.
You talking about George Swappington?
I showed Cameron that video you had to find a Booker T. She had never seen it. Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
I finally saw that and I was like, ooh.
He talks about that's the most embarrassing moment in his career.
Immediate facepalm.
He was like, that's something I say to my friends. He's like, I did not calculate that I was on live TV.
Josh Carlson said how many one-of-ones? 2. He made
When
one.
he made a safe bet.
That's fine. That's fine. I understand. 2? 2?
No, that actually could be possible. I think Josh Carlson might get it.
What's up, David? How you doing?
Who's that?
David Edwards.
Is that David?
David.
David. He's the real MVP.
Big Dave.
He's the one who be he'd be the one who be shipping stuff. If you don't know, if you get your great packages
You don't know about that.
from us with your great cars, that comes from that man right there.
David.
David Edwards. Best shipping team in all of Berkeley.
Look at the sessions by location. 2 makes sense. Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we just have a lot of people in
Chicago.
All right. Last 30 seconds here.
How?
There is tasty snacks. Or more tasty snacks.
A lot of tasty snacks.
At least 3.
At least 4. We got croissant.
Croissant.
We got banana nut muffins.
I don't know how to say it. Banana nut.
We have we got the bars, the chewy bars.
Yeah, we got 2 different kinds of granola bars.
Yeah.
And we got you
7,
Coca-Cola and
6.
Dr. Pepper.
5,
Yeah, yeah,
4,
Oh, we got you
3,
Coca-Cola.
2, 1, and 0.
I think he's actually told
All
me
right.
too that
Seeing no trades, those are going to be everybody's teams. Good luck, everybody. Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The croissants are, in fact, delicious. We already tried some.
They are.
We. I had a banana nut muffin, David. I ain't innocent.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good.
We also had glizzies. So.
Oh yeah, Costco glizzies.
We did have Costco glizzies.
Also, in case you were wondering, Costco doesn't take MasterCard.
God, yeah. Costco does not take MasterCard.
The second
Also
most
another fun
common
fact.
payment form in the United States is not taken by Costco. That seems prohibitive.
Wild move.
Aiden ate
It's
his
probably
hot dog in 2
contractual.
bites.
Got a nice Luka Garza there.
Luka Garza for the Detroit Pistons.
Is he a Pistons?
Yeah, the Pistons.
Remember when he had one game to like 35.
Got a nice Wilt Chamberlain on the winner stays.
Hey.
Red wave there.
Woo!
Winner stays. I mean, scored 100 points in the game one time.
Who was that? Was that Jalen Green?
Yep.
Let's go.
Got a nice Kessler Edwards there. And Steph Curry on the splash.
I have a nickname for Alperen Sengun. And I probably can't say it anymore because of the way the term has been identified. But definitely call him Lagoon. But I definitely can't call Sengun.
David Johnson there. And Greg Brown III on the red wave rated rookie.
You have to Taco Bell app, and every time it hits 9 p.m., Taco Bell sends me a thing.
Does that mean you're an addict?
It's like, you up? Taco Bell?
Getting the late night text from Taco Bell is crazy.
I know, dude. This whole thing.
Got a Usman Garuba there. And Shaq on the winner stays.
Shit. Big fella.
Stay down. You ever seen that movie?
No.
You're doing great tonight? Love to hear it. Why are you doing great tonight? Got a Zaire Williams there.
Because he's watching you break, dog.
And we've got an Isaac Kokura there on the gold wave. Nice one there for the Cavs.
That's sick. I got to do that. Over see how rare those actually are. 21.
It is going to be fun tomorrow. It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast. We have so many good breaks.
Third. Come on.
We'll be doing this break till that one starts. Just kidding.
Right here, this is what I'm excited for. That WNBA.
Got a Jared Butler there.
Santi Aldana.
This right here is what Aiden's excited for.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Leaf Pop Century. Leaf Pop Century is
Where's that
one of
select FIFA at? That's what I'm excited for. Somewhere back here.
those in sealed cases, isn't it?
What?
The select FIFA's in sealed cases. You can't
Yeah,
just
it
go.
is.
Got a nice LaMelo Ball, my house.
LaMelo. The Jello. Lonzo.
Got a Corey Kispert there. Kawhi Leonard and Zion Williamson in my house.
Were we opening soccer? There was a ball and you were like, it's a lost ball, brother.
You mean Solomon Ball?
Yeah.
Solomon Ball is a lost ball, brother.
Or was that
Nuggets.
best of you?
That would have been Bowman best to you. Because
Nice Donovan Mitchell splash there.
Yeah, Solomon Ball.
You get this base moved over.
Dude, this banner of Aiden kills me. Every single time
The
this
baseball
scrolls.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta move tomorrow. We're not doing it.
I said on the stream that we're not doing it. So
Sick,
that's
okay, cool. I'm gonna move.
nice. T minus 3-2-1 LeBron James.
That is my favorite.
With the T minus 3-2-1.
Dude, is that the one with the rocket on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
LeBron
I
James.
love that insert.
I have not watched Tires on Netflix. My dad watched it on our
Oh,
flight back there. He
it's
said it's
hilarious.
hilarious. Got Bogdan Bogdanovic
Who's asking about tires?
on the red wave. David.
Oh yeah, dude, it's hilarious. I love tires.
LeBron.
You know LeBron James is French.
I love that video so much.
Got a Bones Highland there. My favorite auto. And we've got a gold wave T minus Devin Booker.
Let's
That's
go.
Hey,
D-Book.
who did we just pull? Before the gold wave? Oh,
Bones.
Bones. Do you know
The
what
best
his name is?
auto. Steven or something, right?
It's Nashon.
Oh.
His name is Nashon Highland.
Have you seen his autos?
Wait, well, how does he sign him?
He signs in Bones, but the S doesn't look like an S. That's all I'll say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Okay, Force gone.
You know, Bowden Thailand has like a super tragic story.
Lieutenant Dan Ice Cream. Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Is that why he signs his name as inappropriate?
I haven't seen his autograph. I'm about to look it up though.
Look it up. Tell me what you think that says, because it doesn't say Bones. Got a nice Miles McBride and a PJ Washington Jr. on the red wave.
Now tell me what you gonna do. Judgment comes for you.
I see what you're saying. Picking up what you're putting.
Whoa.
That's like AJ Smith Schuster or whatever, however you say his name.
Oh yeah, dude. That dude got the work.
AJ Smith Sharper.
Have you ever seen that dude's autograph?
That was the first card I bought working here because literally at my first week, Anthony was like, "Look at this," and I was like, "Oh, sold."
He's changed his autograph.
That's going to my. I'm sure he did. Got a Sangoon there on the rated rookie.
Oh, you know what I call him?
Blaster.
Oh, dude, I looked him up. Smith Sharper. news on him from 12 hours ago. He is gonna undergo Tommy John surgery.
Oh.
Oh.
Guess his name lives up to his auto. Nice. Stephen Curry on the T minus.
Stefan. Oh, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. We gotta be better than that.
Did you show him the auto?
Yeah.
We
All
gotta
right.
be
Have a
better
good
than that.
night. Derek White, that's my man right there.
Let's go, Derek.
Oh, he played for the Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got drafted to. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
He has
yeah,
hair.
we'll hop into
Yeah,
boxing.
he has hair in that photo.
Yeah, now he's bald and looks weird.
Dang, okay. What? Oh, dang.
What if Derek White just popped up on the Facebook and like, dang.
I heard what you said, and I didn't like what you had
One-on-one
done
it.
said.
Bro, I need to crank this fan up. It's hot in here.
I am getting so
That's
hot.
because your hands are hot. They're about to pull that.
Hey, hey, yee, 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 yee.
Empty box number 2 there.
It's just
Me, oops. Day 1-ish.
31-ish. Just
Got a Tim Hardaway Jr. for the Mavs on the gold wave.
Anthony Gannan said, "Prop 1 of 1, yes. Energy drink / coffee over. How many 1 of 1? 6.
I hope we pull 6 on the one.
That'd be sick.
Shoot. That'd be tight.
Shoo! We should have done over under.
It's crazy that he picked the over and over under or over on the energy.
Bro,
drink.
someone literally said in my Whatnot stream, Anthony drinks too many energy drinks to fall asleep. And it's a name I did not recognize. So got a nice Evan Mobley on the My House red wave.
Welcome to my house.
Baby, take your phone
If you're
out.
hanging out in this break, go to our props. Definitely bet the over on energy drinks. I'm just
Can you give me what's our energy drink? It's 10.
Insider training.
That 12 count box will be gone by tomorrow.
Also, if you are in this chat, I ain't falling asleep first.
this man's taking offense to it.
Yeah, I'm actually to the point getting offended that everybody thinks I'm gonna fall asleep first. I'm not falling asleep first.
Bro, it's because you're the most timid.
I'm the worst. What? Timmy? Is that what he said? Timid or
I think
Timmy?
it said Timid.
Timid.
Oh, okay.
Timid.
I thought he called me something else. Like, this is exactly how the 24-hour shit's gonna be.
Timid is not a bad thing. I think you just give off the energy that you'll fall asleep first because Anthony and I are obnoxious.
Because I'm a responsible person.
Yeah, because
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Because-
you look like you sleep
Anthony and I have a thing called an addiction. And
for sure.
nice Giannis on the T minus 3-2-1 there.
Giannis. You know what should be?
What's up? Wait, Jeff
Karcher?
Party?
Jeff Karcher?
Oh.
You know Jeff Karcher?
Mhm.
Okay, bet. I'm just making sure because I'm going through and double checking everybody that's putting in our props, just making sure that they bought and everything like that. Dang. We should just give this away. Those are sick.
Who signed those? Giannis?
Yeah. Have you
What
not seen
are those?
these?
No.
Oops. That one's authentic. It has an authentic
Yeah, me
picture. Oh yeah.
I've got that photo I didn't
Right,
give to
this
my
one.
dad that we could give away.
We're giving this away. Why not? I don't know. Giannis autograph.
Y'all are the
photo.
first ones to see it in the basketball break.
No.
Yeah.
Hopping tomorrow, we might be giving away some Giannis
Yeah.
autos.
You never know. We might be doing some crazy.
Yeah, we might be doing some crazy stuff tomorrow.
Better be ready.
Delete those away. Where's that?
Oh, right there.
Nice Evan Mobley, my house on the base.
Maybe give some of these away. No bar, right?
No bar yet.
No
so
bar. Bar
bar
could be one of these.
One of them, like Aiden, has bars.
Okay, hey, let me hear that. It's just me, Oos. That's his bar.
Yeet.
I'm not a good rapper. I can rap the whole first part of Wu-Tang Forever by Logic, but that's about it.
Yeet. We're also gonna have a fun prop. Every break we do tomorrow, each one of us gets to throw a 10-yard pass into a trash can. So, did you
That's
post
pretty
that one
fun.
already?
No, I'm about to. I'm gonna let
Oh,
this one marinate.
my bad. I'm sneaking that out there for you.
That's
But
fine.
Just be ready.
Be ready for that one. That one's gonna be fun too.
So, think about how many breaks we're gonna do. 3 throws per break.
Each?
You know,
Now we get one throw each.
Ah, I see.
3 throws.
so 3 throws total.
I'm making it. I'm draining it. First try.
There you go.
I'm gonna carry.
It's gonna be how many total throughout the 24 hours training. It's gonna be exciting tomorrow. I'm excited. I might not sleep tonight.
You better.
I see some people betting on so saying no on 3 hits in a row for the same team.
That's such a hard one, dude.
Well, they say no because that's like yes or no. So
Yeah.
if they say no, they might get it. But I think everyone's gonna say no, and I think it's gonna happen. And I think that's gonna be like the one where like everyone thinks it's gonna be like really easy to get, and it's gonna be like
What's considered a hit?
auto or
Jersey?
jersey. We gotta imagine that for that select FIFA. I think we got like 3 Tottenham in a row.
I think I came close on UD Premier because I had 3 Oilers.
Yeah.
I think I had one break it up, but it was pretty close.
First, Evan Mobley, Raider rookie.
I think it could happen in the golf one because there's so little teams.
Ooh, yeah, it's true. Didn't even think about that.
It could like the golf one could be like instant. There's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
That happened last time. I opened it.
Oh, like 3 in a row for the golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was 3 in a row for the same person. I don't remember if it was 3 in a row for the same team.
Because we have a lot. It could. I mean, like, the WNBA could be the same way too.
WNBA, yeah, 12 teams.
Yeah, there's so many little teams.
True that. And then, but how does that work? Because that's it. The WNBA is
It's still 3 hits for the
is
same
still
team.
the same team.
Yeah,
Okay,
still for the same team.
that makes sense. Okay. We'll 3 Caleb Clarkson
Nice
Yeah.
Jared Butler there.
around.
Caitlin Clark, I feel like, is actually hard
Dude,
to
he
get.
pulled pretty much like. Well, hits are also SSPs. That's case hits. That's what case
Okay,
hits.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
He pulled. Didn't you pull like 3 Broncos hits in a row today?
Me?
Did
Yeah.
you went Bo Nix, the Let's Go, and then
There was
Right?
just 2.
oh, just 2.
It was just
Yeah,
Bo
you
Nix
got
auto
that
and
too.
then the Bo Nix Let's Go. Still,
So,
that's close.
two will happen for sure.
Mhm.
At 3's, I mean, but then again, I feel like me and you had over the weekend. We definitely said like, oh, so and so's having themselves a break because they were just getting hit. So
Another Bones Highland and Nikola Jokic, 2 cards for the Nugs.
the Joker.
All right, let me get these basement over. We'll hop into box number 3.
am stuck on Band-Aid brand.
Just Band-Aid stuck on me.
Boom.
Empty box number 3 there. How many 5-hour energies can Anthony consume in a 5-hour period?
Ooh. A lot.
I've never had a 5-hour energy, but I've heard those are like next level.
I think I do. I'll get 5-hour energy drinks for my like whenever I do a car drive, like a long trip. They be hitting.
Is it because everybody else refuses to try?
Is it because it's just me use?
Day one, ooh.
They be hitting.
Nice Scotty Barnes on the My House. Scotty doesn't know. I don't remember their song.
Scotty doesn't know. That run Fiona and me. Yep.
That's a fictional song, isn't it? What movie is that from?
Yeah.
It's a road trip, right?
No, Euro Trip.
Ah,
It's and the singer of that song is Matt Damon.
Yep. She's on her knees and Scotty doesn't know.
It's almost like the
nice Jonathan Kaminga there.
it's almost like the Tom Green song.
I know his nickname.
Daddy wants sausage.
That was wild. That was so wild.
Don't act like you ain't seen that movie.
I have not.
I haven't either. My ex-stepdad told me that was the only movie he's ever walked out of on the theaters, so I just assumed it was not a good movie.
I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie.
I wouldn't. I don't.
I hate that. I'm gonna get my money's worth.
It's just me, Goose.
Got a nice James Book Night there on the gold wave.
Very nice.
James.
We have not seen, we're on our third box, have not seen a single numbered parallel yet.
Usually the gold bars are supposed to be numbered, but they're not.
That's wild.
Energy savers on. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Chat, space cam, front cam.
No second.
Let's just order a party order of wings tomorrow.
I'm down.
I'm down. I'm down if you're down. It's just me.
I'm down if
Stop. I got into the paper all the croissant.
That's the wing place if they take MasterCard.
If it was a Discover card, that would make sense. Because I know a lot of places don't take
No, I
Discover.
know a lot of places don't take Discover card. Actually, yeah, you're right. A low key, high key, side key. Movie.
Low key or maybe high key. I think that you like me. I mean, he said I'm in love with fake women, and I agree. That's great. That's Drake.
That's Drake?
That's Drake.
El Drake.
And we have our first. We've got an auto here
Who?
of Herbert Jones for the New Orleans
Oh, that's
Pelicans.
Herbert?
That is a gorgeous looking card right there.
Is that
Sick,
rookie?
actually.
It is a rookie.
Dude, Herb is good.
Herb Dean?
Herb Jones.
That one going over to Chris. There you go, Chris. Congrats on that one. Nice Herbert Jones rookie auto for you.
Government name that man.
I don't know why you call him Herbert like that.
That's what it says on the card.
Okay.
I think he goes by H. Boogie.
He does not go by H, but he goes by Herb. I meant to his government.
He goes by never mind. He goes by his initials.
Wally. Oh.
Dude, we aren't even like close to being like deep into a stream either.
I know, dude. We're gonna get delirious at one point. There's gonna be some talking.
We're gonna take topics from people too. We should take topics from people.
Interview questions.
Interview questions.
Do Emmett's Would You Rather's live from the break.
That'd be great.
Would you rather be first in line for the gorilla?
I know exactly what you're gonna say. That's wild. That's wild. Oh, that was wild. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Or last in line at a opening attraction for a Disney ride?
It's just me, Unc.
I'd pick first in line for a gorilla because at least that's over quick, man. You waiting all day for a Disney opening day? You're gonna be there
That's
for a
not what
decade.
Don't you be lying to the folks. Don't you be lying to the Usos out there.
It's gotta be Justin.
It is just me, Unc.
Can you make one for the middle of this 24-hour stream when it's like in the bright early hours of the morning that just says Iron Lion late night and it's just like a neon sign? We are not responsible for what we say between the hours of midnight and 8 a.m.
Warning, this content is not appropriate.
The views demonstrated in this stream.
Warning, the following tricks performed in this program
Your expression is invalid.
were created and performed by a professional. Do not attempt. I used to have the whole Johnny Knoxville television show. Warning.
Jack?
Memorized. Yep.
Jack Donkey?
I got in trouble in a Facebook group once because this Disney vlogger I followed, his music was used on an episode of their TV show.
Yeah.
And I said what the name of the TV show was, and they were like, that is inappropriate language, and this is a family group.
What?
And I was like, my bad. Someone asked what the show was.
That's wild.
Empty box there. Chris, we have not hit anything numbered yet. We are on to box 4. We have hit one auto so far. And that one is going over to you and the Pelicans.
The Pels.
Nice Cade Cunningham, our first Cade Cunningham rated rookie of the break.
Bless you.
Thank you. Cunningham's that dude.
Got that dog in him.
Oh, you pulled that
Ooh,
number.
ooh.
You pulled that number to 10, Cade. We didn't even think about.
Yeah, the gold autograph.
Yeah.
Gold kid autograph.
Is it cooler than my Anthony Richardson I pulled that one time? Or not Anthony. Yeah. No, it was
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Edwards.
Nah, that Anthony Edwards was pretty sweet though.
What do you pull?
The Anthony Edwards auto. Rookie auto, right?
Oops.
Out of oops.
Got a nice Jonathan Kuminga rated rookie there.
Jonathan, do you know what his nickname is?
No.
I don't even want to
No.
guess.
I can't say it on stream.
Is it ends in bucket?
Yep.
Yep. No.
That's terrible. My face is turning red. I can't-
I thought he knew.
Ain't no way. Do they say that on live broadcasts?
No.
I think somebody would get some FC.
I think this is friends film.
I think you'd get fines. Yeah, that is our first one. We have not hit any numbered yet. Got a nice Franz Wagner, Trae Young on the splash.
Right.
The auto we hit, in case you weren't here, Chris, was Herbert Jones. That is the only hit we have so far.
Uber. Basketball. Football. Baseball. Golf.
Soccer. Wrestling.
Pop Century.
Pop Century. So you could do like the Hollywood Walk of Fame or something. Or stage, maybe.
It's just me. Punk.
I'm gonna use Harrison Ford's star.
Star. Man, if we pull a Harrison Ford, I will be so pumped and so sad because I bought one of the boxes in the store and I didn't grab the one that.
I didn't know where that would go.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going either.
Do you remember when Harrison Ford got his pilot's license taken away?
Was he trash?
Because he kept crashing into people.
I do remember that. He hit that Dave Matthews. Crashing.
Isn't Dave Matthews the one that drove the bus over the bridge or
Yeah.
emptied the septic tank over the bridge or whatever?
Y'all missed my joke though. Dave Matthews crashing.
I don't think we're old enough to listen to Dave
I
Matthews.
know. Oldie, I got you. I'm the old head.
The fact that my 12-year-old sister is the one that introduced me to Dashboard Confessional is also kind of wild.
Also, the fact that your 12-year-old sister introduced you to Jimmy Buffett.
My 12-year-old sister did not introduce me to Jimmy Buffett. I've been a Jimmy Buffett fan since I was a little kid. Nice Josh Giddey there.
Oh, God, you feeling quite giddy.
Got me.
I just only listened to a couple songs, so then I finally started listening to this whole. You want to know the craziest? So, when I was like 3 years old,
Yeah.
maybe 4, I went to Mexico for the first time, and where we ate was Margaritaville.
Yeah.
And then they had that hurricane in Cancun, like right after, and that's where we'd been. And I said, "Oh no, did they take the alcohol bill?"
We're
Because I
going
had
to
no
Oregon. We're going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We're going to...
Nice Zach Levine there on the splash. Man, each one of these sleeves is turned a different way. I keep changing them, and then they. I asked my sister this the other day, and she didn't really have an answer. If you could visit one place in the United States, where would it be?
Probably Hawaii.
Okay,
to
we're
Oregon.
gonna switch it. We're gonna say the continental United States
All right.
because everybody's gonna say Hawaii or Alaska because those are the two like exotic. Like if people have never been there, those are normally the two bucket lists.
Seattle.
You're not gonna get more specific than that. Just the state of Seattle.
I don't know. So my wife always wanted to go to Seattle. I think she likes like rainy stuff, but also like to go to like the fish market and stuff like that, and just like go down to the piers and stuff. One of the places, and I went as a small child, but I don't really remember it. So I think it'd be kind of cool.
How about you, Emmett? Where would you want to go? Nice Donovan Mitchell there on the T-3-2-1.
Back to Atlanta.
You've been? I guess I didn't start, but yeah, that's fair.
The aquarium was amazing. Coke World's like super fun. And I'd want it. Like, can I take Desiree?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take Desiree. Yeah, Atlanta.
I've always wanted to explore that. I've never
we
been to
should-
Atlanta. My stepdad is from Atlanta.
So,
My man Killer Mike's from Atlanta. Has a barbershop out there.
was it? I didn't say Rip It Live, right? It says probably shit.
Oh,
I think it said that.
you're yeah, one at all.
Yeah, because he goes a pre-order. You want to message him? Or
Nice
just
Scotty Barnes there.
Because I feel like it'd be better if you did.
Mine would be Astoria, Oregon.
Astoria, Oregon.
Yep.
Oregon. Why?
It's where they filmed The Goonies, so I always wanted to see that. But also, it's where the last Blockbuster is, and it's where they filmed the exteriors for Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. So you can get a lot of parts of the Neverending Story.
Isn't that also where they filmed Twilight?
Probably parts of it.
I'm just kidding. I think that was actually a Forks.
I thought they filmed it in like Seattle.
Forks, Washington or something.
But I mean, I just like going to places where films have been made. So
It's kind of cool. I went to Wilmington, North Carolina, where they film a lot of the like CW shows. So like Dawson's Creek and stuff was filmed there, and it was when Dawson's Creek was out. So
word,
yeah, I actually saw Katie Holmes pulling off the lot.
word.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Trying to think of the coolest filming location. That's funny. I've been to a couple Blues Brothers filming locations. That was fun.
Yeah,
I get these bass moved over here.
I've been to in Wilmington, North Carolina, also because they filmed One Tree Hill there. Um, with the basketball courts they use for all those like basketball shots on the outsides by the river or whatever. And my daughter, I have a picture of my daughter running to me on the courts. And now my daughter is like rewatching One Tree Hill and didn't even know about that. So then I like
She's like,
I
whoa!
was like, yo, you've been on that court.
Right into the next one here. Almost halfway through. I got to go to golf and stuff where they shot the original Karate Kid. That was dope. There's a really fun mini golf course.
What's that, bro? With Jaden Smith?
No,
I'm just playing.
some of these dog.
I'm playing.
What's up? What's up, Coda? How you doing?
Coda! Oh, Coda, for your props. I saw your list. You can only do 3, Coda.
Empty box there.
Down to 3.
Coda, did you also say that Evan was gonna fall asleep first?
No, he said Aiden. I'm not falling asleep first. Please do not say that. It's not me, bro.
Dayron Sharp there.
I'm offended.
I heard it was definitely.
But we got just dial it down to 3, and then you're all good.
Take the over on the energy drink. It's like a give me.
You guys have it here. There's probably people listening waiting to hear these prompts.
And then where else have I? What other filming locations? have I
My
done?
recommendation for it is take a crazy one.
Aiden,
Like a ball of small sleeve.
Aiden, is the energy drink want to give me?
Yeah, 100%. I have what is called an addiction, so
My name is Anthony, and I am addicted to.
I'll be the first to tell you that. Davion Mitchell, Clyde Drexler.
Dude, honestly, low key, I think we might break the 9.5 first 12 hours.
That's crazy.
We might break.
I'm not concerned about my health. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, my friend.
Yeah.
Good time, long time. At least make it 24 hours.
I've been to the filming location of a little-known movie called Three Ninjas Hiding in Mega Mountain featuring Hulk Hogan. Because it's
Is that
filmed at a
Elitch
theme park
Gardens?
called Elitch Gardens. I've been to the filming locations for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's really easy if you know what you're doing in Chicago to hit a ton.
Oh yeah.
I've been to the Goodwill Hunting Bench. That was cool.
That was kind of cool. You know, if you go to Atlanta with Emmett, when he goes to Atlanta, they film a bunch of movie stuff.
Filmed in Georgia. You know what? Actually, I take my answer back. You know where I've always wanted to go? Top bucket list. Red Bank, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I've never been, and it's like a cheap trip. Nice Evan Mobley there.
I'd go hang out with Kevin Smith.
I just want to go see all the Kevin Smith filming locations. They're all within like a block of each other.
Is his movie theater there?
Yeah. Smod Castle Cinemas.
Yeah.
He does free movies too.
I know, that'd be crazy, dude. We should go meet Kevin Smith there.
That'd be dope. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm trying.
Iron Lion trip?
I'm down.
We could go meet him at Colorado Springs Comic Con. You and I should go meet the Mallrats cast
Dude, I
and
wanna
get a
meet
photo
Jason
together.
Lee so bad.
Jason Lee's cool. I was a little disappointed when I met him because he's super quiet.
I bet.
He does not really talk. He's just like, "Oh, nice to meet you," which I'm not holding against him. Like, I was still cool. But like when I met Ethan,
Supple?
yeah, he was like super talkative. So there's this movie you probably never heard of it because it's like a
Remember the Titans?
no, it's a student film that Kevin Smith funded called Drawing Flies.
Okay.
It's about these 4 people who go into the forest to search for Bigfoot. But it's starring Jason Lee, Ethan Suplee, Jason Mewes, and one other person. Basically, they filmed it while they were filming Mallrats and Chasing Amy, so it has a lot of the same people.
Huh.
It's made by this dude named Malcolm Ingram. And when I was at Entertainment one day, I saw a copy of the DVD, and it had a scribble on it, and I was like, that looks like Malcolm Ingram's signature. It was $5, so I picked it up. I'm in a Kevin Smith group with him, so I tagged him, and I was like, hey, man, is this your signature? He's like, yes, sir. And so I brought it to Ethan Suplee, and Ethan Suplee thought it was the coolest thing ever.
That's awesome.
So he signed it, and then I got Jason Lee to sign it. But they both signed in black Sharpie, and it's a black cover, so you can barely see it, unfortunately. Nice John Morant there. But I would love to start a Mallrats cast piece and get them all to sign it.
Dude,
Or just get a photo. You and I should do the Mallrats cast photo op.
we should do the cast photo. That'd be sick.
I'll do it.
I love Mallrats. Mallrats is one of my top 3 favorite movies.
That's one of my top 3. My top 3 goes Karate Kid, Goodwill Hunting, Mallrats.
The Jaden Smith one, right?
The last time I met Kevin Smith, I got him to
Jaden
sign.
Smith, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Last time I met Kevin Smith, I got him to sign a nice Rudy Gobert there. I got him to sign a Goodwill Hunting poster because he was the one that was responsible for getting Goodwill Hunting made.
That's cool.
And so I sat there and talked to him about it. He said he was there the day they shot that Robin Williams bench scene.
That's super cool.
You know what movie I really like?
What?
The Usual Suspects.
Oh, Kaiser Something?
Oh yeah, Kaiser Something.
He was doofy the whole time? I bet that dude.
Who?
Doofy?
I don't know who that is.
Man, he's at every horror con ever.
That's probably
Have you
why
ever
I'm
seen
so-
the Hatchet movies,
Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah.
He's in one of those. I love those movies too. The creator of Hatchet made a sitcom from back in the day, like early 2000s, called Holliston.
Yeah.
That's about two guys who want to work in the horror industry, and Kane Hodder ends up living with them. It's like cheesy, so it's supposed to be like making fun of how terrible sitcoms are.
Yeah.
But they get a ton of guest actors, like Bill Moseley's on there, Kane Hodder, Daniel Harris. So I have a cast poster from that too that I've been trying to
Dude, I
get.
didn't realize the Undertaker's brother was in there.
Kane Hodder? Yeah, dog.
Thanks, Coda, for changing that. We got you. I gave you a heart, so you're all good.
Dang, I'm sorry, Coda. That's still cool though.
What's wrong? What's up with that?
He said someone signed his helmet like they did my thing, where
Oh.
they signed in black and you can barely see it.
That's
It is a scooter is a sailboat, dummy. That's one of my favorite.
I love that. Actually, he said something else though. Dude,
Oh yeah, we keep it clean over here.
we keep it clean. Dude, that kid is on the escalator.
I say that to Cameron all the time, and she never gets it. Remind me to tell you a fun fact about that movie off stream.
Okay.
I can't share it on stream, but I have a special attachment to that movie.
You got it. Franz?
Franz Wagner.
Waggy?
Let me get this moved over.
What about Jonathan Kuminga?
Can't.
all you had to do is say like, does it end in his bucket?
No, it's just after SpongeBob. It's
The Chum
Plankton's
Bucket?
restaurant, the Chum Bucket.
Wow.
What do you mean, y'all? You!
Wow. A wow in that, dog.
Man, now I gotta go home and watch Mallrats. I'm gonna be like Anthony and not fall asleep
Oh,
for
I
the
know.
24-hour stream because I'm like, now I really want to watch Mallrats. Excitement, adventure. A Jedi craves not these things.
I guess I probably don't need to. We probably need to keep it out. That's the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, oh, we got
Take it out.
You know they were supposed to make a sequel to Mallrats?
Yeah.
Then they couldn't because
Was it Mall Mouses?
she passed. Oh, I can't remember her name now. She passed away recently.
Shannon Doherty.
Yeah. She was supposed to be at Denver Fan Expo 2 days before she passed away.
Yeah, dude, she was.
Because it was
She
her,
canceled.
Jason Lee, and Ethan Suplee.
Was this his past one?
Yeah.
Jason Lee was there?
Yep.
I
Him
missed
and
that.
Ethan Suplee. Because that's where I got him to sign my DVD. But I really want him to get it. What I actually want, I have a ton of stuff
That was
signed.
before you were here.
Yeah, that was right before I was here.
Dang. Aiden the boy was just hanging out.
I ran into Jordan. I remember it now. I didn't
Yeah.
know him at the time, but Jordan was working the booth. Jason Lee's like one of my all-time favorite skateboarders,
Yeah.
so I really want to get a skate deck signed by him. I have a couple photos because his company actually does really cool posters that
Yeah.
are signed by him and his other co-founder Chris Pastris.
Stereo?
Yep.
Yeah.
But they have this really cool black and white skate deck that's a picture of both of them sitting at a table.
That's cool.
I would love to get that signed. I'm a big Jason Lee fan. Because not only, too, he's also Syndrome in The Incredibles.
Yeah, I know.
And Dave and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
And my name is Earl.
Yeah. Coach Frank in Skate 3.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
How do I fix that? Because I put because I in my head put yes or no. So somebody says no, but you don't like that. Right? You just put yes or no. So if you don't, I'll also do sometimes. You see what I'm saying?
Just put first person.
That's an easy one.
Ooh.
The stink bomb. That is like one of the most memorable moments. My favorite line from that movie is like a less like one you wouldn't necessarily remember, but it's like, "Who's your favorite new kid?" I really wanted to make the first time I saw New Kids on the Block live in concert, I really wanted to make a sign with that with Ben Affleck's face on it. So, "Who's your favorite new kid?"
Oh yeah, dude, Ben Affleck's hilarious in that movie.
Man, Chasing Amy, also one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies. He's killer in that.
Yes or no. So I would say like first three. Let's say first three. Yeah, because then it becomes. That's all.
I reread them. I didn't think of those.
Yeah.
Just put correction in the chat and be like,
Yeah.
You think I should do that?
yeah, well, at least that way you're like
Yeah.
being honest about it
Yeah.
instead of changing it in somebody. Because Kevin Smith's gonna be there, Jason Mewes is gonna be there too, right?
That's at Colorado Springs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Denver Comic Con's guest list this year, I'm not gonna lie, is really lacking, other than John Cena.
You know what's funny?
Just edit the whole post, put correction on the top.
We've got another auto here. This is gonna be Raymond Felton for the Mavericks.
Oh, Raymond Felton. Pretty decent.
Nice one there. That one also going over to Chris. Chris having some killer luck getting both autos so far.
Let's go, Chris.
Halfway to 2 autos. Theoretically, we have an auto every 3 boxes right now.
You know who else is in Mallrats? The dude who plays
Michael Rooker.
Who?
Michael Rooker.
Who's that?
He is most famous now for Walking Dead, but he also plays Yondu in.
Guardians?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I didn't know what you were saying.
So is Joey Lauren Adams.
Yes.
When I met her, I felt so bad. I think she was a little sad because I watched an interview with her afterwards where she talks about after Chasing Amy, she kind of got typecast and ended up in Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, which she was not a big fan of.
Oh.
Because she didn't want to play that like love interest role. Like she wanted to be a serious actress. And I kid you not, the first thing I said to her when I met her was like, "I love you. I've seen Big Daddy over 100 times. It's one of my all-time favorite movies." Which I'm sure is like, oh, that's nice. Someone likes my work, but I'm sure also that's not the movie you want to be.
We're known for.
But I mean, that was my favorite movie growing up. I would watch that movie. Coda, I do not believe the Tmall itself does.
What?
The case hit.
So I'm gonna put alarms next to ones I corrected because somebody already said something,
Okay.
and I'm not sure how to fix it. I was giving like 4. Like I give like if you do have it, like
Yeah. Add another one.
you can have 4.
Or correct it. Then say no.
Or they can like
Pick it. Yes or no.
I'll give them like
There's someone else on the Colorado Springs Comic Con list that I kind of wanted to meet. I don't know. I am not the biggest fan of that con as a or like as a patron. It's just not in the right space.
Yeah, it last year I will say I think just a negative experience. There was a lot of people who canceled.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely hurt the overall experience of it.
I thought about getting Jason Lee's auto next to Kevin Smith's somewhere.
Yeah. All right,
then I
I'm
think-
gonna blaze through the people that are coming. Adam Bartley from Longmire. Brian O'Halloran.
Oh yeah, because they're doing the Clerks reunion too. I think. Get these base moved over.
Brendan Wayne is coming. He's known from The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Daniel Curtis Lee from Ned's Declassified. Let's go. Casper Van Dien's coming. Starship Troopers.
so people that have already commented. Put 4 corrections. You keep on the names, keep on that. Just like make sure I put them up.
What do you mean, people?
It's like because somebody like their comments. Something right there.
I don't know
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
That's a lot of John Morant in the trash.
Oh, yeah. Hayden Christensen, he was crazy at Denver a couple years ago. I met Rainn Wilson. He was super nice. I got him to sign my House of 1,000 Corpses poster that has most of the cast on it. All right, who else is coming? You have.
Let's see. Jake Busey? Kind of cool.
His dad's not allowed to do cons anymore.
No. Ethan Suplee. Jason Lee. Jason Mewes. The voice of Dora the Explorer's coming. Katie Sackhoff.
She does a lot of cons.
Yeah. Kevin Smith. Catherine Newton. Oh, dude.
That's Dakota.
Lana Parelli.
Maria
Oh, where?
from Once Upon a Time.
Yep. Yeah, she's coming. That's kind of cool.
They had a couple horror people, I think. I can't remember.
Maggie Lawson's coming.
Oh, yeah,
Psych.
that was the other ones I was thinking of. My stepdad's a huge Psych fan.
Oh, dude, my brother's a huge
Because
fan.
Timothy Olmison or whatever is also coming.
Mina Suvari's coming. From American Pie. And
Oh, yeah.
American Beauty. Let's see. I think these are like just voice actors.
Looks like we might have another auto here. We got a Corey Kispert auto going over to the Washington Wizards. Nice rookie auto there. That one going over to Ray. There you go, Ray. I know you didn't like your teams, but you got an auto, my friend.
Let's go.
Congrats on that one. Isn't Kane Hodder coming?
I didn't see him on the list, but they might not have updated it completely.
He could also. The thing that they are famous for is not announcing people who.
He was there last year.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I was thinking. They're famous though for not announcing people who have canceled.
Yeah. I got him Rain to sign my Dwight Funko.
It's weird that it hasn't updated there. That's
That is
kind
kinda
of like
weird.
2 or 3 minutes.
Huh. He's out here cruising through this.
He
break.
got people were mad at him
Why?
last time he was in Denver because he left early to go to Casa Bonita.
Oh, that's funny.
People were waiting in line, but then Brie Larson hooked him up with Casa Bonita reservations.
That's crazy.
That's cool.
I heard people were not happy with Brie Larson in general.
Well, I mean, because her line was nuts, and I don't think she was being very.
I heard she was not very nice. Then
Yeah.
I heard Rosario Dawson was like super sweet.
I wanted to meet Rosario Dawson to get a Clerks 2 thing signed, but then I saw her price and said, I
Yeah.
don't like Clerks 2 that much. I actually wanted Clerks 3. I love Clerks 3.
Really? I don't know
Yeah.
that I've seen Clerks 3.
The ending is very depressing.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I don't want to watch it then. I'm gonna go watch this tonight.
I saw it. I have a pic. There's a video somewhere because for a while I was in Kevin Smith's like Patreon-esque fan club, and he did a meet and greet before a screening of that in Denver, and he interviewed everybody. I wish more wrestlers would come out here. John Cena's coming, which is exciting. I mean, I met him once, but I'm going to meet him again. I had tickets to meet Ric Flair last year at Colorado Springs Comic Con, and then he canceled, which I was a little crushed about. I was very excited to meet Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. But I mean, I have his autos. I have so many because he does so many signings. I've got a WCW magazine signed by him and Hulk Hogan. I've got him and Macho Man, him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, him and Sting, him at Charlotte Flair, and I think I have another one signed by just Ric Flair. So I have probably double-digit Ric Flair autos. Would love to meet Hulk Hogan. I've got 2 of his. One personalized, one with the Ric Flair. I've got 2 Undertakers, a couple Mick Foley's. Mick Foley was super nice. Super pumped to meet him. Empty box there. Man, I've just heard so many stories, though, and I literally heard a celebrity or a wrestler talk about it. Ric Flair just comes and goes at cons. He does not stick to his advertised times, ever. So that's the hard part. That's why I've just bought a ton of into his private signings, because I'd rather get it guaranteed than spend my money again, because he's not cheap, and then him just not show up. Or next time I won't pre-order it. I'll just wait till day of. I used to only have a list of like 3 wrestlers I'd met, but after WrestleMania, it's almost into double digits. That's fair, that's fair. Mick Foley was super cool to me. I had one of my friends who's a professional comic book artist. He drew a 3 Faces of Foley photo for me, and Mick here was charging extra for all 3 signatures instead of just 1. So my ex-stepdad, who took me, gave me his auto because he didn't want it. And so I had 2, and I said, I know you can only sign 2, so just pick whichever 2 your favorite. He said, don't worry, I'll sign a 3rd one, just don't tell anybody. Oh, yeah, Wrestling Guy store. I really want to visit that. I forgot that was out there last time we went to Phoenix. I mean, we wouldn't have really had time. We got back late both times from Mania, but next time I'm definitely going to make a stop there. Yeah, I've heard that about several older wrestlers, and Sting just kind of does give off that vibe. Nothing wrong with it, though. I mean, I've heard celebrities talk about it, and I kind of do get it. It's weird having people come up to you who know everything about you, and you know nothing about them. Like, that's kind of got to be draining if you're not built for it. Could you imagine if, unfortunately, rest in peace, if Warrior was still doing signings? I bet he'd be the same way, man. Warrior just did not seem like he cared too much for the fans. You don't hear many nice stories about the Ultimate Warrior. Trying to think who my favorite wrestler I've ever met is. For the longest time, it was Jake the Snake Roberts. He was super cool. I think, well, I mean, John Cena's kind of an obvious one. I think the coolest wrestler I met, like the most engaging, was honestly Trick Williams. Trick Williams or R-Truth. Were both just super fun, really enjoying themselves. The Miz was also super nice, but just seemed a little bit more reserved. That's cool though. At least he's checking, making sure you're having a good experience. I wish we had something like that in Denver. It's really hard to find wrestling stuff out here. Even like a lot of the vintage toy stores don't carry a ton. I did manage to secure some vintage rare WWE drinking glasses at a store here. Yeah. You are not wrong, Coda. You are not wrong at all. I'm sure that wears on you. I always wonder, like, I don't want to bash or, like, overgeneralize the wrestling community, but I always wonder how the female wrestlers feel. Because I would imagine they have a lot more negative experiences than guys like Sting, Hogan, Ric Flair. Like, wrestling fans can be a little lenient on boundaries. I don't know how to say that without, like... Oh, that's awesome, Coda. I was sad. We were supposed to meet her in Vegas. It was kind of a, like, it's nothing on her. It was not her fault. But this company advertised that they were going to have a meet and greet with her at their booth in the WWE Superstore. And we stood in line for like 3 hours beforehand to get to meet Rhea. And she showed up and they were like, this is not a meet and greet. This is not a meet and greet. She was just there to meet the staff and leave. But they had advertised on their Instagram for hours, come meet Rhea Ripley at... So that was the frustrating part. It's like, I wouldn't have been mad if you hadn't said, come meet. That insinuates, at least in my mind, that it's a meet and greet. So we did not get to meet Rhea Ripley, but we were like 20 feet away from her, so I'll take it. John Cena was super nice. Every wrestler I met actually was super nice. Miz was super cool. Joe Hendry was really cool. He had his belt. He asked everybody if they wanted to hold it. It's funny because the most standoffish ended up being Charlie Dempsey. I don't know if you know who that is. He is a NXT superstar, part of the No Quarter Catch crew. He was one of the free meet and greets. And Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne were also with him. And they were both absolute, like, sweethearts. But, Charlie Dempsey definitely gave off the vibes he did not want to be there. Which I respect, but... Especially those free meet and greets, man, you just got to meet people for an hour. Then you can just go about your day. We ran into Jerry the King Lawler on the strip while we were in Mania, but I didn't stop and talk to him or ask for a picture. I feel like, at least in my mind, and I respect people who see different as well, but... Get these base moved over. In my mind, if they're out in public, I don't want to disrupt them because they're just out there to be themselves, not Jerry the King Lawler. Or like we ran into Charlie Dempsey as well. So I just say, oh, that's cool. I saw them. I don't want to disturb them on their personal time. Now, if it had been someone like Ric Flair, I might have stopped and said something. But I think Ric Flair always wants to be the life of the party, so he doesn't mind it. Empty box there. That's fun. I love that, Coda. I'm not a big... I actually, to be honest, don't watch any AEW. There's a nice Cade Cunningham there, but I love MJF. I have so much respect for the dude. Nice LeBron James. LeBron's shown up a lot in this break so far. Liv Morgan also was super friendly. She was so sweet because she was introducing herself to everyone. She'd be like, "Hi, my name's Liv. So nice to meet you. What's your name?" Kind of like bridge that gap a little bit. Man, there's so many superstars I wish I would have met at Mania. Chelsea Green, Rhea. Rhea sold out too fast. Chelsea Green I probably could have snagged. Randy Orton, I would love to meet Randy Orton. I think it's in that picture I sent you, Coda, but my prized possession right now that's because Macho Man's probably my biggest auto. But I have a magazine, or it's a calendar, from 2012, signed by Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena, CM Punk, The Miz, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston. I feel like I'm missing one other person. It's like a massive piece. It's my pride and joy. I don't actually have, as well as I think about it, like I don't have that many female wrestlers. I have Liv Morgan, I have 2 of her on non-cards. And then I have Miss Elizabeth. I think that might be it. Oh no, yeah, on photos I think it's just Liv Morgan and Miss Elizabeth. Trying to think if I have any others hidden somewhere. Got an extra card in that pack. Undertaker Legacy. Dang. Those are both sick. I just picked up Bray's auto from one of the companies. Nice Josh Giddey there that I follow. I got a Bray Wyatt. It's 12 by 18. Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman dual auto. And they're both in their masks. It's a sick looking picture. Got those 2 Undertakers I showed you. I had 3 Undertakers. I actually had a nice Josh Giddey there as well. I had a magazine signed by Undertaker, John Cena, and CM Punk. But it was when Punk was not with the company, Undertaker was retired, and John Cena was, for all intents and purposes, retired. Like, he hadn't been on a show in a long time. So I gave it to my friend who was huge into the Undertaker as a present. And I don't regret it, but sometimes I do wish I had that magazine back now. Because it was, now that they're all back in the company, well, I mean, Undertaker's still pretty much retired, but... The one that's eluded me, and I can get it, I just haven't purchased it, is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because I try to collect all the, like, people that say are Mount Rushmore. So, like, I've got Macho Man, I've got Ric Flair, I've got Hulk Hogan. Got a couple of Shawn Michaels, a couple Triple H. Got a Rock auto. Got a Bob Dandridge for the Milwaukee Bucks here on the Signature Series. Nice one there. That one going over to Ray. There you go, Ray. Another auto for you. Congrats on that. Got a couple John Cena's, Randy Orton, Vince McMahon. But I still don't have a... I have duplicates of Triple H and Shawn right now. I got into a Shawn signing that he did, like a secret signing that he did. So I got a magazine signed by him. But I have an old P-Series promo signed by him, and then I have a Triple H 8x10. I thought about maybe framing them for, like, together for the G-Generation X. Triple H is not easy to get. All the ones I have, I've hit in mystery boxes. Nice Herbert Jones there. Then I have some really old guys. I've got the original Freebirds. I have Piper. Didn't mention that one. That's one of my all-time favorites. I've got an Ultimate Warrior that I found at a flea market out here on a DVD. My all-time favorite, or all-time, like, grail, and I'm sure it is for a lot of people, is Andre. But his autos go for an insane. I'll shoot you the message, Coda. He hasn't done it in a while, but I follow this guy that only does autographs. So he sells a ton of stuff. I've gotten most of my autos through him. He's a cool dude. And he used to do $100 mystery boxes, and there was 40 spots, and every spot got a guaranteed auto. So I got my Vince McMahon through there. I got my Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog poster through there. I got that magazine, or that calendar I told you about signed by those people. I've gotten Triple H through there. A really sick Bret the Hitman Hart Hall of Fame canvas. I used to buy in just to try to get some of the old timers, and then whoever I didn't hit, I would try to go through. I'm trying to pump the brakes, not buy so many wrestling autos, because otherwise I get into trouble. That's what I used to do. I would do Afterpay and get like 3 or 4 spots, and then it's kind of hard because there's not a huge market. I would try to sell them. Like, that's why I have all the duplicates, is I was going to sell them, but it doesn't seem to be as easy to move. But I've given away... I got a Jacob Fatu SummerSlam signed poster from his debut. What else? I've got random stuff. WrestleMania signed helmet from WrestleMania 40, signed by Akam and Razor, which I was really sad about. But then I also... He does live shows every week, kind of like ours, but for autos. And you can get some good deals on there sometimes. He'll cut the prices, or he'll do $1 start auctions. And sometimes, if people are not paying attention, you can get an absolute steal. I got the Rock auto that I have for, I think, $125 because nobody was paying attention, which is like a $600-700 piece, maybe $500 on the conservative end, but nobody else was bidding on it. So I am the proud owner of a Rock auto. But I started running out of space, so I'm trying to cut down except their signings right now for a little bit. Yeah, it is insane. I was shocked. It's Beckett certified and everything. It's a photo of him giving the rock bottom to Rob Van Dam. Oh, that's how I got my Undertakers, too, in that mystery box. I got the Raw 100 Moments, Undertaker Mankind, and the regular Undertaker Rookie magazine. Because that's primarily what I collect, is vintage WWF magazines signed. So if I can ever find magazines, I'll get those signed in private. I used to be addicted to those mystery boxes. He hasn't done one in a while. I think they stopped selling as well as they had. Yeah, I think I moved one of them. I think I took the rookie magazine off my wall. I reorganized it recently, and I haven't taken pictures in like a year and a half. It looks way bigger now than it did. Nice Cade Cunningham there, Jalen Green. Because I've added a ton. Also, I built it out, so instead of just that wall now, there's a display case next to it with a couple of shelves. And then there is 3 skateboards hung up. I have an Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and a Rowdy Roddy Piper skateboard. And then a bookshelf that has all my figures on it with a couple of signed cards, like my Stephanie McMahon signed card, Shane O'Mac. And then I have, because it like wraps around, at the end I have my NWO photos. So I have a magazine signed by Scott Hall as Razor Ramon. So it was before the NWO, but... And then I have my magazine signed by Hogan and Ric Flair together, and then my magazine signed by Diesel and Vince McMahon. Yeah, I need a bigger space. My fiance only lets me have 1 room in our house, which I respect, but I'm running out of space because I have like the Davey Boy Smith poster I have is like 16 by 20, so it's huge. So I need more space to display stuff like that. That's exactly how my fiance is. Adam, I would love that if you hit me up. Happy to compensate you for those. That is like my #1 collection. I collect the non-autoed magazines, and then if I find an opportunity to get them signed, I do. If not, I just keep them. I'm a big fan of the magazines. That's what started my wrestling obsession, was actually finding those magazines from back in the day.
We're low-key getting throws in.
Practicing out there. It's alright. I'm doing what I do best. Geeking out about WWE while I'm breaking.
Oh, sick. That's a sick one right there.
The Cade Cunningham
Let's
Red Wave.
go.
That is gorgeous. Going over to the Pistons.
I'm just getting dialed in with the throws.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate that.
What I'm saying.
He said he has some old WWE magazines
Oh, sick.
Let's
that
go.
he'll hit me up about if he can find them. I have a couple that I just like I said, I collect those. They're hard to find, so I don't have a ton. But I've got a really cool the Return of the Ultimate Warrior one. I've got one of The Rock when he became a heel first. There's one it's my only non-wrestling auto in my collection. It's kind of funny. There is this rapper, I don't know if you guys have heard of him, named Young Gravy.
Young Gravy.
He's very like famous for being kind of like silly. He has a song called Stone Cold Steve Austin. And so I had a vintage WWF magazine of Stone Cold and Vince McMahon where it just says FU across the cover. And I got Young Gravy to sign it. And he wrote, Gravy loves Aiden. And then he wrote our names under each. He put him as Vince McMahon and me as Steve Austin. Thought it was really funny.
The Rock.
The people's champ.
Return.
The other weird thing I have in my WWE collection that's not really WWE related is my dad used to be a manager at Blockbuster back in the day. And so he kept all of the old, like, they're like 6 feet tall, like plastic displays. And he has one from, Walking Tall that he gave me. So just a giant photo of The Rock. Yeah, he is. So I was bummed. I had actually, it was for a good reason. I had meet and greet tickets to see him. I saw him the first time, got Q&A tickets, didn't get to get a photo. And so last time he came here to Colorado, I bought meet and greet tickets to get a photo. And it happened to fall on my first week here. So it was for a great reason, but unfortunately I missed the show. So my friend went and got the magazine signed for me. So I've not met him in person, but I have heard he is an absolute giant. All right. We get these base moved over. We'll hop into our second to last box.
Aiden, my wife used to work at Blockbuster.
Word?
I wonder if
My aunt used to work at Blockbuster too.
Down to 4 in that RTR. Let's go.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Yo,
Can you grab me another two-way?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is way more cards than I was expecting.
I may needed a 3-lane.
I did need a 3-lane. It's always hit or miss with the full cases. Sometimes you get a 3-lane and you don't even use.
You have
Part-
to.
yeah.
The half of the 3-lane. Yeah.
Empty box there.
It's the good thing about
Thank you, Adam. Hope you have a wonderful evening.
can't wait to see everybody tomorrow.
Coda, you don't want any base? Let me write that down here. Do we not have any sticky notes?
Probably not.
Maybe. All right, I'll just write it on one of these.
Wait, what happened?
Coda doesn't want base.
Oh, Coda?
Goda?
Coda, Minnesota?
Minnesota? It's just me.
Hi.
Goose.
Hi, I'm the frog of the sea.
It's me. Hi.
This is what we're talking about. If you guys could, well, Emmett's not gonna really know because Emmett's not super into wrestling. But if you could have one wrestling auto, who would you want?
Marty Jannetty.
That always cracks me up because like, if you list WWE autos and rank them from easiest to get, Marty Jannetty is like the Pete Rose of WWE. He'll sign your baby shoes for $10.
You find him at a Hooters?
Yeah.
No, I loved the Rockers though. Like, so Marty Jannetty was my dude.
I respect it.
Dude, it would be kind of cool to look. I got my brother because he's a Shawn Michaels fan.
Yeah.
Obviously we were Rockers fans together, so we got like the action figures.
That's sick.
The 2-pack action figures. I had Marty Jannetty, he had Shawn Michaels, and then of course Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty through the window. And so for like one of the birthdays recently, I got him the barbershop shirt.
That's cool.
From Homage.
Coda, that's me too. Those are my two ones I'm chasing right now.
Who got? What'd he say?
He said Stone Cold or Andre the Giant. Rock would be cool as well. I would love another Rock if you ever did like a private signing so I could pick what I have him on, but I'm happy with the one I have. Stone Cold, I'm going to wait till he does another private signing and then probably hop in just so I can get it over with. I would love Andre, man, but I don't know if you've seen the prices for Andre. Even on the reasonable side, $2,500 start.
Yeah.
And that's just not something I could ever rationalize spending on an auto unless I'm meeting the person. I mean, maybe once I get like I have a big boy job now, but you know what I'm saying? Like maybe 10 years down the line when I'm financially fully invested, but
Didn't just buy an engagement ring.
yeah, well that's an engagement ring costs the same price, but at least it's not gonna get me kicked out of my
He's gonna buy
house.
a house. He's gonna buy...
Hey, what do you think about me talking about
Guys.
R-Truth coming back and he came back?
Man, I was so pumped.
Drives a Rolls Royce fan to work every
You
day.
heard all this stuff about that though, right?
No, what happened?
That was because the fans wanted him back.
You think so?
He's
You know,
going by
sure?
Ron the Truth Killings now.
Yeah, I know he's going by wrong.
Because he like if he watches, yeah, because he's like I'm not playing anymore.
He's smart though.
That
'Cause he owns
would be hilarious,
He owns
Coda.
Ron Killings. He doesn't own our.
Well, yeah, because Ron Killings is his real name. That's
Yeah.
why he did it. He said, I'll only come back if you let me go under my real name, so that if you cut me again, I can still go under the same name I went under in WWE.
Smart.
Yeah, I would love an Andre. One of my favorites, actually, like one of my prized possessions. I don't have it displayed yet because I need to find a way to display it because it's multi-sided. And it's an affordable. I paid $50 for it, so it's not like one of those high-end autos. It's a check from the Jerry Jarrett wrestling promotion on the front. So it's on the front. It's signed by Jerry Jarrett, which is cool enough because he was one of the legendary promoters back in the day. But the check is to Rocky Soulman Johnson. So it's signed on the back to show that they accepted the check by Rocky Johnson and Ava Johnson, his wife, both the Rock's parents. Which, like, is so cool because not only is it a signed item, but it's an actual check that was paid to them.
By Balboa? No.
Rocky Balboa.
You got that Balboa?
Rocky.
Yeah, it is super smart. I'm a big R-Truth fan, so I was pumped to see him not only come back, but him get the respect he deserves. Because he is a comedic wrestler, but that doesn't mean he can only be comedic. He was great as K-Quick. I got to see R-Truth live and personal.
Yes, sir. It's just me, Truth.
Can we please get that? Well, I guess he's not going by the same character anymore, but that would have been so funny. It's just me, Truth. You saw the video of him coming out as John Cena, right?
Yeah.
Ron Cena. Yeah, you're right. Nice express lane of Kevin Durant there.
And how many different championship runs were there in the 90s, do you think, for the World Championship?
Oh, a ton. The Rock! There's got to be. Well, I don't know.
Total runs. So
Do you have the number pulled up and
I
you're
do.
trying to give it? Okay. 96.
No. Lower.
Oh, really?
41.
That's kind of crazy. In that entire decade?
Yep.
That's nuts. Because I guess I was thinking like the early 2000s where the championship would change hands like every week on.
You know what's crazy? I have the 2000 to 2009 stats too.
Is it even less?
It's more.
Oh.
How do you think it is?
Coda said 151. He was way.
No, it's actually only 44.
44 for the 2000s?
Yep.
That's crazy because everybody makes the joke that like the title didn't mean anything during the G era.
How many do you think it was in the 2010 to 2019?
That's got to be less because no, because that was right before Roman Reigns. Is it higher? Is it in the 50s?
It's lower.
Oh. 30.
41. Again.
Wow. What about 2020 to present?
I
Because-
have that number too.
Because Roman Reigns held the title for 3 years straight.
734 straight days.
Yep.
How many do you think it is?
17.
Lower.
It's
9.
just me, truth.
13.
That's crazy.
The champions since 2020 have been Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, Bobby Lashley, Big E, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Oh yeah, well that's why until there were well, I don't want to say that because a lot of people do love Roman Reigns, but I thought it got kind of boring towards the end. It's like there's one thing I like what they're doing now, where they're letting people keep it for like 100 to 200 days and then switching it up.
Makes sense.
All right, here we go with our last box. Then we will see y'all tomorrow. Coda guessed 7. He was closer than I was.
The Miz had the shortest reign,
Yeah, that doesn't.
8 days.
It's just me, Miz.
Without looking it up, who do you think has the record for most 24/7 champions?
Oh, I got it.
True.
Yep. He won 54, I believe.
Because he'd win it, lose it, win it right back.
Empty box there.
How many times did Rob Gronkowski win the 24/7 championship?
More than once. Yeah, 51. Sakota, what do you think? I think I mentioned it in the stream earlier. Do you think Jay was injured and that's why they switched it? Because I saw that speculation online, and I don't know if I buy it. I haven't actually watched Money in the Bank yet because I was getting engaged, which unfortunately sometimes priorities hop in front of
All right,
wrestling.
big flex.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just casually getting it.
Yeah.
I meant that more as that would be the only reason I missed the WWE pay-per-view, but nice Evan Mobley there.
She said, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. You put a ring on it.
Let me hop in the ring. Ding ding.
Ding, ding. Then you hop. It's no.
But I'm actually happy to see Gunther win it. I think Jey Uso is one of those people, super talented wrestler, very over in the company, not as exciting as a champion overall, unless you have like really strong competitors. And so I think it's good to give him and Gunther that storyline. Maybe introduce Sami Zayn in there a little bit. I could see that too. That might be interesting. I would not mind that at all. I just think they haven't written interesting opponents for Jay. Is his problem. It's not a him problem. But I feel like his title reign has been kind of middle of the road. I am not the biggest fan of John Cena's, but I know that's supposed to be intentional, so like I love it and hate it at the same time, if that makes sense. Really excited for CM Punk versus John Cena. That was a great little segment they did in the ring yesterday. Because I love that the speculation on the internet wrestling community is that CM Punk hates Saudi Arabia. So John Cena making CM Punk go to Saudi Arabia to chase the title is ultimate heel move.
You know,
Nice,
my favorite
Jay
wrestlers
Sutton.
are Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brown.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Aiden, do you know who the first 24/7 champion was?
McFoley.
Nope.
Who was it?
Titus O'Neil.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Well, because I only guessed McFoley because I know it was the Hardcore Championship became.
Yeah.
So that was my guess because I know McFoley retired the Hardcore Championship.
Titus
So-
O'Neil, then Robert Roode, and then R-Truth all
Bobby
within
Roode.
one the first day.
That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. I saw that happen a lot with the R-Truth. A lot of people were mad about the R-Truth, like, why do we want a joke match against Cena? And nobody likes R-Truth, and then R-Truth gets cut, and they're all like, oh, why would you get rid of Truth? Like, that's definitely a common thing in the internet wrestling community.
You know what's crazy? Is the 24/7 champion championship the only championship that was held by both a man and a woman? Ooh, no, didn't China win an Intercontinental title?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think there's been a couple times where he got injured, didn't he, Coda? Unless I'm thinking of someone else. But I'm pretty sure that was, if I remember correctly, that's why he... Yeah, they've done weird things. Not weird, but, like, I think females have held male titles. Especially after, like, the whole Becky
Dude,
Lynch era.
I
with the
forgot
man.
that Enos Cantor won the freaking 24/7 title.
Yeah, the IC title.
Basketball player.
Bro, are you talking about Enos Freedom? No, it
Enos-
is Enos Freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, Enos Cantor won the 24/7 title. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they haven't really done much with Finn Balor. I'm kind of surprised. There's a lot of guys like that for as much talent, and I think that was the frustration with R-Truth is they're cutting them to save money to bring in new talent, but they have plenty of good talent right now that they're not utilizing. I think Finn Balor is that way. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest a little bit. Like, I think they just built the Judgment Day so they could push those guys to the side and not have to give them as much ring time, but still allow them to be present on programming.
Dude, did you know NASCAR driver Kyle Busch won the 24/7 title?
Word?
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is wild. That
Seems like a overlapping audience though. So
Fair enough. Robert Gronkowski won it.
I knew about that because Rob Gronkowski has a figure. Do you know Ozzy Osbourne's in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he did a lot of like outside of the ring stuff, but he also was at WrestleMania 2 and walked to the British Bulldogs to the ring. Finn does. I feel like Finn and Drew just kind of. I feel like a little bit, and I know he's not as like much of a fan favorite as Finn and Drew, but Sheamus. I feel like Sheamus deserves a little bit more. There's a lot of those like lifer guys, even the Miz, that just aren't getting. And I get you only have so much time on TV, but maybe find a way to do something with those guys. Because I mean, that's why ultimately Edge ended up leaving,
Yeah.
and then he went to AEW and became Cope.
You know, Doug Flutie was the 24/7 champion.
Really?
Yeah.
I never see that was before I watched WWE, but now I kind of want to go back because I know there's so many like silly gimmicks they did. But that was the cool thing is it allowed them to wrestle in places they couldn't otherwise, like on planes, on a beach.
Yeah. Yeah. Doug Flutie won his at a celebrity flag football. Dropped R-Truth.
All right, 2 packs remaining. Man, that would be amazing. I think there's a lot of guys that like that, like the Celtic Warrior. They just need to allow them to get those milestones so they can retire. Because I don't think Sheamus would have a problem. Like, he doesn't need to retire, but I'm just saying if he won that title, he would be more comfortable maybe accepting that and retiring. And I think it was the same with Truth. If you would have given Truth the exit he deserved, I don't think it would have been as much of a problem if he left on his own terms or on agreed upon terms rather than getting released. And then we got a Luka there on the splash to finish us off. All right, let me get this base moved over and we'll do a recap of the autos.
We're less than 13 hours away from 24-hour stream.
Yes, sir.
Because, like, did you see, I don't know if you saw Coda, but they made The Miz. I'm sure he did not do this on his own. They made The Miz do a video talking about, I'm still in great terms with WWE. I'm not going to leave. Do you want to message him back?
Yep.
All right, here we go with our autos. We got Bob Dandridge there for the Milwaukee Bucks. Corey Kispert, rookie auto there for the Washington Wizards. Raymond Ellis Mavericks on the auto. And Herbert Jones for the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, that's going to do it for this break. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on with me. Hope you have a wonderful evening. He did it on his own Instagram, Coda. It's interesting. It's a fine video, but it's basically like trying to quash the rumors, and it does not seem like he chose to do it. Yeah, but with that, that's going to do it for this break. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. We will see you in less than 13 hours for the 24-hour stream.